Okay, back in the Humboldt-Tyobe National Forest, Hinkie Pass is up here, and here the road is switched up this canyon, Paradise Valley. I stopped here because these flowers are magnificent. We've got the daisies and white lupin all in here. There's some water down here in this canyon. Looks real good. Looks like there might be a spring back there. And I'm hoping for some shade. It's the best I could do for shade. Having a really hard time with this heat. Lots of good water up here. I had to drive over Hinkie Crest and back down. Geez, the whole other side was cattle, like all in the watershed. And then the road started switching, and then there were like private houses grandfathered into this national forest. Must be property or whatever, mines. Not much cover for trees other than in these creek beds. And this is the first open spot I've found without cows. It's on the other side, of course. There's a campground farther up this creek draw, but I didn't want to keep going not knowing if there was shade, and I'm darn tired of riding 130 miles today on that little bike with a big pack. In the heat, it's pretty taxing. It was a long day. And I got here and I just said, I'm tired of driving. Killed it. Here I was sitting on the ant hole. And I think the queen ant came out. Was crawling on me, this winged ant. Nice the water. Nice there's water over here. I might get into cleaning. This is a good private zone in here. Grassy. I could do some bodily cleaning and clothes cleaning. These MSR bottles that have been on the back of my bike now for 300 miles maybe, I gotta kill them. I'm a little nervous to see if that gasoline cooks, but I'm gonna try it probably tonight. Yeah, this is nice. I'm gonna cool off. I don't know how far I'm going. There's a lot of snowmelt in this creek bed here. Nice. This is my zone, and my zone is gonna run out here when the shade runs out. Yeah, so it took me a while to get into this place, dipping in that water. My tent was over there until I realized I would be in direct sunlight before it came. I pulled everything over here and slept for another hour maybe. I'm going to the campground today. A couple other things. This morning I burned gasoline in my Whisperlite stove without a problem. Maybe just a little dirtier. And the smell was not pleasant. It smelled like there was a car running right next to my tent. And now the stove smells like gasoline. I don't want any gasoline smell in my backpack to get any of this other stuff smelling like gasoline. And that's kind of one problem with these bottles I have now. They're both nearly full with gasoline, only for the instance that I need it to get to the next gasoline station riding the motorcycle. But I really don't want to carry gasoline in these jars anymore. I almost wish I could get rid of this stuff. Two jars, cans, and this stove. I might send it away. This is Lyle Creek Campground. Space number 11 for me. Here the tent is going to be maybe for 3 nights here. 4 days. It's a long stretch. There's a $4 per night charge, which isn't that much. But the tent over here is going to be in the shade most of the day. And that's what I wanted. There are some clouds coming in, and this is east, and the wind is blowing from the east. Seems a little odd, but I'll take a cool down. There's a nice breeze. Had another issue with the motorcycle, and I hope that things calm down. And it was exactly as a result of having this gas weight on the back here. There's a frame right here. It cracked and broke. The bolt holding this side down, which isn't cracked, came out. And this bolt was still here, so I took this one out and put it here. We're solid for now. Still starts up and still runs fine. I'm considering climbing up this ridge line here, up to the butte. It's not that far. I just don't want to get all sweaty. This might be as far as I go. So close to these rocks, but it's really thick with these shrubs. I could probably edge around. And then here's the view over here. I came from down there.
Yeah, well, I think I'm losing a little weight, getting some exercise. There were two antelope up here, and darn, they took off way over that way. This is the saddle here, the pass, maybe, and the mountain is right there. Then it's nice and cool up here. See over to the other side too. It's facing west. Oh yeah. It's these crickets again, and it seems like this whole slope is covered with them. And if you can imagine the whole rest of this area covered with these things, like that snow is, and they're kind of migrating west up over this hill, this ridge, and they're very keen on sound. I can yell and they'll all run away. They've probably noticed me now and have just gone around me. Okay, this is my second camping spot here in this campground, and I found this kind of a ledge back here. The main thing that I wanted was a shady spot, and it looks like the sun is leaving it, and it's going to be shaded for the most part for the rest of the day. This is going to be shaded the rest of the day, this picnic table. Yep, it's day 4 here at this campground. Last night I was up in these trees with my tent. Interesting, yesterday late afternoon, I was at the other picnic table, and I heard a hiss. I heard it twice. Pretty loud, pretty big. It wasn't a bird. I'm pretty certain it was a cat, like back in these trees, and probably it hunts in here for birds. And I was like the farthest incursion into its hunting areas. That's my thought. There was a cool down last night. I had to get into my army gear. And it was all good. It reminds me that this place could be very susceptible to some snow here at the beginning of June. And I've been there. I've been there once in eastern Oregon in June in the mountains, and it snowed on me. Cold, went down in elevation, and it rained real hard. But yeah, so I'm prepared with gear and layers. It's a crappy zone, but decent. Crappy because of all the cow shit. I guess I should be thankful that it's dry and old. What a day. Crappy day. The post office sent my box back, right? How moronic. After 15 days is what she said. 2 weeks ago. Well, I sent it like 3 weeks ago. Anyway, it didn't destroy me. Irritated me, yes. Because it was 7 days of food, provisions. Okay, so I wouldn't have to buy anything out here. 5 days in that campground area whittled away my supplies to get the power up box. Give or take, it cost me $50 to buy food for the next 7 days at this corner gas station, right? And the $15.50 to send the box there. Honestly, there wasn't much value inside the box, maybe $20. 2 rolls of toilet paper, I know, and a book. Thank God there was no coffee, and I have coffee for ages.